Number one, don't give advice to anybody and don't take advice to anybody.
क्या बोला तूने?
I will not say that the day I left my job, my banking income was equal to my coaching business. No, it didn't happen like that.
समझ रहे हो आप?
The women from childhood, we are told that you are supposed to get married at this age, you are supposed to take care of your household this way, have a career which you need to focus along with your family. So work-life balance is sort of conditioned in a woman's brain.
Hi everyone, we have Kavitha with us. She's our ACC ICF coach and she also mentors a lot of women entrepreneurs and decision makers to achieve their goals, whether it is personal and business goals, and achieve them on track. So we are very, very excited to have her here because she's from the coaching business and this is a unique sector which we are covering today. So thank you so much, Kavitha, for joining us today on the podcast. Let's start with your background. How did you come to start this coaching business?
Hi, Alicia. Thank you for having me here. The main reason I came to coaching is I didn't know coaching is my call. So when I was growing up, I was tired of being told what should I do. As a woman from childhood, we are told that you are supposed to get married at this age, you are supposed to take care of your household this way, have a career which you need to focus along with your family. So work-life balance is sort of conditioned in a woman's brain when you grow up. So all these things bothered me and somehow I didn't like it. I didn't want this to happen. And as I was growing up, I saw all the women, my friends, my aunts, sisters, everybody going through the same thing and try to balance this. Sort of having limited goals, or even if you have bigger goals, see that how you can take your family along with it. It was not the same for the opposite gender. So it started bothering me, and I thought that there should be something which helps women to find freedom of time, money, and which doesn't give you an advice. So as I was exploring in 2016, I started understanding that there is a profession called as coaching. Before that, I worked in Indian Railways, banking, but the search for what is that I want was always there. And finally, in 2016, I found my calling, that is coaching.
So how has your coaching business been? Could you let me know about while doing this coaching business, what are the learnings that you have had?
So as any business, when you start off, I have done my MBA in HR, but MBA doesn't mean you know business. What you learn in MBA and what the real solopreneur business is completely different. So I had to figure a lot of things from starting to create how to fund my business. And as women, we have this mentality that how do you run your house? You have a fixed income. With that, you have to run your household. Business doesn't work like that. If you think that you have fixed income, you want everything to be done and then get income. No, at least for 3 years, whatever income comes from your business, you have to put it. All these things, you don't figure it out in the beginning, right? So every step, I'm good at one thing. I'm an introvert person, but I ask for help at every step with everybody. I reach out. So that helped me figure out my business, fail a lot of times, and then come to the stage. So one lesson I would always say is don't feel shy. Ask. You will get 10 wrong advices, but at least one right advice.
That's really amazing. So ask for help when you feel you need it and don't shy away from that. But how do you ask for help from the right mentors? How do you reach out to the right mentors? Many people may be able to start their business, but getting the right mentors may be a challenge. How do you tackle that?
That's a beautiful question, Alicia. Because that is what, when you begin, you simply don't know who to ask for. And I am a first generation entrepreneur. I was a full-time employee for 22 years of my life.
Wow.
So you don't know who to ask for. So the first thing I did is, when I started my coaching business, I started looking for coaches who were at least 2-3 steps ahead of me. And I didn't cold message them or cold email them, but I started finding them in Facebook. I started following them and I loved their messages. So I became a genuine fan. And once we started chatting, then I asked that this is the issue I'm having. Can you help me? 99% of the people do respond to you if you have a good connection. But people smell something wrong in the beginning because they have reached that stage. So keep it very genuine connection. Ask for real helps. Don't try to sell anybody anything. They are a pro in that. So finding that right person, don't care in which part of the world they are. I have people who helped me from Kenya. I have people who have helped me in a very small village in UK. So just find the people. In today's internet world, we can find anybody. Find your right mentors, reach out to them, ask for help.
That's really amazing, and we can see that you have so much gratitude for those who have helped you. That's a very strong quality. So, Kavitha, why did you want to start only a coaching business and not any other business? What is your purpose behind starting this?
Yeah. So after 22 years of full-time jobs, somewhere, and after reaching a particular age, uh, if you want money, you can earn it in 1,000 legal ways or 10,000 legal ways. But I wanted a place where I had freedom of money, freedom of time, and end of the day, I wanted to leave an impact in the world. Tony Robbins' book I read in the year 2000, and that made the greatest impact in my life. That yes, you can have a better life. You need not live the same life you are born or whatever you are facing. You can make your life better every day. So even my slogan is make your day better, because every day you focus on making your day better, within few months or few years, you're going to live a better life. So I want to leave that impact. Actually, my goal is that the day I die, I want millions of women to come for my procession. So for that is what I'm working for. I need to make that impact. And I don't want any women feeling the same way I felt a few years back, that I feel lonely and I don't know who to reach for.
That is such a heartfelt thing. You want to leave so much impact and inspire so many women that they can achieve their goals. So what is the impact that you create through your coaching business? For example, if a woman reaches out to you and she's running a business on her own, how do you help her throughout the journey?
Yes. So first part, there are two things. Women entrepreneurs who know exactly what to do, but not able to execute their plans. Women entrepreneurs who doesn't know what to do next. So coaching is not mentoring. Mentoring is again a different thing. Mentoring is you tell people exactly what to do. But for people who already know what to do, the execution part and alignment of the goals is the main issue. So I help them by asking the right questions. As an ICF trained coach and with my years of coaching experience, we have been trained with various modalities and tools how to ask the right question. So with those right questions, I help them. What is their limiting beliefs or mental blocks, or what is that stopping from executing, and we work from there.
That is amazing. So after helping so many women out there, is there some set pattern that you identified? Is there some blocker which is common in women that is stopping them? Is there some general thing which can help the larger audience?
Yes. So there are a few things, but what I would like to say is, first is not able to tap our own resources. As women, we think that we don't have enough resources and we have to try to find out the resources somewhere outside. It is like always feeling that I don't have enough clothes to wear. So start finding the resources within you and around you. It could be financial, it could be emotional, it could be anything. So first find the resources. Second, don't think you don't know anything. If you ask the right questions, we all have all the diamonds in our head. Just we need to ask the right questions. So work within yourself and we will find the way. So that is the number one problem I see.
That is really amazing. So Kavitha, could you share some unique insight that you learned throughout your coaching business? Was there some example which was interesting and you learned it after running this business?
Yes. So coaching business is not like you learn something for 3 months, get a coaching certification, and yes, you are ready for your coaching business. That is the first myth you need to break. Coaching business is expensive if you keep on investing in yourself and to upskill yourself. Because if you think that I just need a 3-month certification like a college degree and I am done, I am a coach, it doesn't work that way. That is the first myth I want to break. Second, ICF International Coaching Federation is like a driving license. It doesn't say that you are certified as a good coach, but at least it gives you that you have a proper structure, proper strategy on coaching. I respect certifications, but I don't think certifications are the only thing, because Tony Robbins, he didn't even complete high school and he's impacting billions of lives. So I'm not commenting anything about the certifications. To his or her, it's their own. But as a client, if you are thinking of hiring a coach, then speak with your coach, take 1 or 2 chemistry calls and see how it works. And as a coach, as a coaching business, thinking that I can just put less money or whatever skill I already have, I can start a coaching business. No, it doesn't work like that.
So can you let us know more about the ICF certification? Can anybody take it? And if anybody wants to take it, what do they have to be prepared to be able to become an ICF certified coach?
Yeah. So the beauty of ICF certification is you need not have any prerequisite qualifications. You need not have anything, but just the desire to upskill yourself as a coach. So go to ICF website, take any institute which is having an ICF license. So it could be in India, abroad. There are lot of online classes, a few offline classes. Choose your institute, go there, get your 60 hours of education. Then the institute will give you the strategies on how to do your 100 hours of coaching. Unless you complete all these things, the assignments, you are not even eligible to apply for your examination. So after you complete 60 hours of education, 100 hours of your coaching hours, then you can apply for ICF that I would like to take the examination. That examination, I will not say it is tough. I will not say it is easy. If you have done your 100 coaching hours properly and did the work on yourself, because coaching is number one, you have to be that non-judgmental person, which is very tough. You need time to work on yourself. After that, you can write your exam. You'll get through.
So in the education of that course, what do they teach? Do they teach human psychology? Do they teach empathy? What exactly happens in a broad sense, if you could let us know?
Yeah, it depends on the institute. So there are few institutes which teach you spiritual intelligence with coaching. There are few institutes which teach you the strategies of coaching. So before you even join an institute, there are numerous ways. So just check yourself, is the institute values aligning with your values? Is the institute's teaching system aligning with you? And then choose, because you have all the variety available.
Okay, that is really amazing. So, Kavitha, let's come back to your background. So, you had mentioned you have 22 years of experience before this. I see you have worked at Indian Railways and State Bank of India. So, I've worked at large government organizations, which are dream of so many people to get into. And then you left that to transform into a coaching business. I'm sure that must have not been an easy decision. So, how did you actually make up your mind of leaving this large, stable government secured jobs?
Yeah, that's true. It was not easy because in 22, I took the call. By the time I have already had 6 years of coaching business experience. I will not say that the day I left my job, my banking income was equal to my coaching business. No, it didn't happen like that. But sometimes, when I started my 2016, when I wanted to start my coaching education, I didn't have the money. After having a banking job for all these years, I didn't have that huge money. So I sold the gold coins which I had as my savings. I sold it and joined my first coaching training for $3,000 in 2016. So after I started my coaching business also, somewhere I knew that I had my retirement money coming back, my voluntary retirement money. And with that, I started my coaching business, because I believe that if you start a business, forget about the clothes you wear, forget about all the expenses you do. Your business is like your baby. When you are pregnant with ideas for a long time, it doesn't go well with you as a woman. So yes, we are pregnant with ideas, but the day we give birth to coaching business or any business, then start putting money. If it is your baby, what do? We put all our resources because we want our baby. It doesn't matter how much we earn. Business is also your baby. But the point is, when you have real babies, everybody around you will help you or support you or give advice. But you have give birth to your business baby, may or may not be the people around you understand or support you. So it is your baby, you are the mother, you have to give everything. So stop wearing that good clothes, stop buying that jewelry. all these things are not going to give that return on investment like your business, or that happiness like your business baby is going to give.
So that is amazing. You went all in and you gave it your all, be it financially, emotionally, every which way. This is, I think, really inspiring, and it must have been challenging also initially. But are you happy today? Do you have any thoughts of going back, or are you very content with the business that you are running?
Well, I am content with it. Now I am running 2 businesses and I'm building my third business. The whole point of having a business is like, at the end of the day, you are working on what you love, and you don't take orders from anybody. And clients, you have the freedom to select your own clients. I will not say business is all green. Nothing is ever green, but you choose. That freedom of choosing, that is the beauty of business.
So you are your own boss. That is amazing, and you get to make your own decisions. So,
Yes.
Kavitha, you said you also run 2 other businesses. Would you like to talk about them also?
Yes, one is a construction business I do with my family. I help them, and we are all as a team. But the main business, the third business which I'm building, is something again, a calling. So as I was growing my business, I could see that, before I mention that, I also need to say that after I resigned my job in 22, for a year, I lived in Harvard University doing some small courses, and also 22 I registered my business, because as a banker I couldn't register. 22 I registered my business, and directly it was incubated in the Harvard Entrepreneurial Lab. For 1 year, after working with the entrepreneurs in Harvard University in the Entrepreneurial Lab, I could see the huge difference Indian women and the international incubation gap was there. So now I am planning to launch a small mastermind groups for women entrepreneurs. They will be divided into multiple groups according to the revenue they are generating, not the aspiring entrepreneurs, or not the people who are just starting. But after 2 years, again, you are lost. You don't know how to scale up, continue the business. So that is the people I'm helping with. So I am launching my business called as High Performers Community, where the people who have already achieved something but want to reach the sky, for them we are creating a community where they can make small groups, share the real problems, because there are networking communities, women say hi, bye, but how much we are going to share the real business problems, share the numbers, share the vulnerabilities. That is what I'm creating.
So, is this going to be an online group? Who is this accessible to? And how can somebody join this group? Do they have to send in their revenue? What are the details? Could you let us know more about it?
Yes. So the main thing we are asking is the revenue part, and also the time they are spending, the challenges. And I want to attract the like-minded people. So mutually respecting each other, completely no judgment zone. I know it is very tough, but we all have to work on to become that person who is non-judgmental, then we can grow together. And the third is confidentiality. Whatever is discussed in the group has to be maintained there. So if you are this person who has all these three, then please reach out to me at my website kavithathecoach.com. Online or offline, right now I'm planning to have it offline in different places, but it depends on the number of people who are joining, and there are so many things involved. So online, offline, other things we'll be deciding as the member comes. So the main purpose of this community is, it is not I'm going to create a community and ask members to join. Members will join and then decide what sort of community they want, and then we build from there.
That's such an amazing initiative, and I think it would give so many women the support that they have other people around. As you mentioned, sometimes entrepreneurship can be lonely, and I think this support will propel them to feel that they have others around. So congratulations for your wonderful initiative, and I hope a lot of women join and take help of this initiative and improve their business. So Kavitha, like, do you have any advice for young entrepreneurs who are starting a new business? What would you like to tell them?
Yes, I have a great advice for all the young entrepreneurs and also the young girls out there. Number one, don't give advice to anybody and don't take advice to anybody. Advices never work, because that is people giving from their own conditioning, strategies, experiences, and exposures. So if you want, you can hear anybody, but listen to your heart, listen to your gut. You know your business better, you know your plus and minus points better, you know your weaks and strengths. So hear everybody, listen to your heart and gut, and do it.
That is amazing. Listen to your heart. Finally, but Kavitha, like, isn't this irony coming from a coach? Because women come to you for advice, and then you are saying don't listen to the advice.
The real coaching, Alisha, the one we are taught in the 60 hours of education hours, and the real practice we do for 100 hours as a coach is, you cannot give advice. That is the thumb rule in coaching. Never ever give advice. Never ever lead your client. Coaching, the beauty of coaching is help them to pick out the gems from their head. Ask the right questions. So we don't give advice, we just ask right questions.
That is amazing. So Kavitha, I would like to know, who are your role models? When either it could be some books that you read, some authors, or it could be some podcasts that you listen to. Who are the people you follow and learn from?
It's Tony Robbins. A to Z, it's Tony Robbins, because I tried everything. The alignment, everything, it happened only with Tony Robbins. And I crewed with Tony Robbins' team for an online event with 30,000 people, 300 people crew. That was like one of a lifetime experience. My coach, my personal coach, is also a senior trainer from Tony Robbins' team. So it is A to Z Tony Robbins for me. The podcast, videos, courses, everything.
And if you could mention one thing that you learned from Tony Robbins that sort of changed your life.
Yes, there are a lot of things, but if I had to pick one, I think it is like he tells always that if you want something in life, then find out the person who has already achieved it, inspire from their style, and start working. So that helped me. Whenever I wanted to grow something, I could find out a person who are 2 or 3 steps ahead of me. I will not copy it because it doesn't work. That person's style is different, my style is different. But I take inspiration from those ideas, I work on it. And he says one beautiful thing: to get success, you have to try everything. And people say, I tried everything, it failed. Did you try everything? That everything means how many times? 100 times, million times? So I have a vision, I take inspiration from others and work on it till I get it.
I think that is very beautiful. That's a strong message. So Kavitha, if I could know, what are the challenges that you face in this coaching business? Because I want anyone who is listening and wants to start a coaching business to be aware of the complete reality before trying this out. So is there some challenges?
Yes, the first challenge will be after you complete your 6 months or 3 months education, the imposter syndrome kicks in even before you start knowing for your client. Am I good enough to tell people that I want to get a client? So because you don't have a validation, your client should give you a validation. But to reach out the client, you should feel that yes, I can solve the problem of the client, right? So coaching is, you don't solve the problem of your client. You help your client solve their own problem by asking right questions. So that clarity, kick on that imposter syndrome. Even after 10 years of coaching experience, you will have it. Like any business, you will have it. Deal with it in your own pace. That is first thing. The second thing is finding clients, because at least now after COVID, people know what is the word as coach. But when I started in 2016, nobody knew the word coaching in India. So, and the one more problem is in coaching business, especially when we say the word coach, people relate to the sports coach, what we have in school. So the person who drills, who disciplines you, who beats you if you are not right. So sort of people are scared, afraid to reach out to a coach, but a coach is the sweetest person on there. He or she is not going to give advice. He or she is not going to be judgmental. So remove that sports coach from your head and think of the sweetest person on the earth as the coach. So to make people understand what is coaching and to aware of the problems and reach out to you is going to be tough till you find your own style and find your own community, but it will work out.
That is amazing. And any tips on work-life balance?
Yes. So especially as women, I think I can share a slide on a very important thing here. Okay, let me do that. Everybody speaks about the time management system. So how do you have enough time for your work and life? So no time management guru speaks about the reality of a woman's life. Can you see the second screen?
Yes.
So as man, you only work with one clock, that is the common clock the whole universe uses. But as a woman, we all have another clock, that is the biological clock. So both are ticking in our life every day, every minute. And there are three important M's which affect each woman. That is melancholy, the first period, then motherhood, and then menopause. So this is also included in the biological clock. So as a woman, if you think that you're going to have a to-do list daily, it is not going to work. And if you're going to count your productivity every day, like counting your day 1 of the month to day 28 of the month, it is not going to work. So this is the female hormone cycle. And for female, your time clock is 28 days, which is common, your period cycle, or it could differ according to the age, according to your body. If you can see in this slide, the week 1 is called day 1 to 14 is called as the follicular phase. Day 14 is where the ovulation happens, and days 15 to 28 is the luteal phase. But again, your whole body changes for week 1, week 2, week 3, and week 4 with all the hormones, estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone working. So instead of going a lot into the science part of it, let me put it in a more practical way. First day of bleeding is your day 1. So usually the first day of bleeding to last day of bleeding, it could be from 3 to 7 days. So what happens in a woman's body? Your energy level is low. This is called as the menstrual phase. If you're going to count your productivity level watching the sanitary napkin ads that I can go for swimming, I can go for tennis and be that productive person, then it depends on each woman. I will not say each one of us has to take rest, but if your body needs rest, it tells you take rest, please do that. Avoid tight deadlines in those situations. Focus on just 1 or 3 important but quick tasks and prioritize your rest and sleep in those menstrual phase. The second is the follicular phase. So this is one of a very nice phase where you have all your creative energy flowing. You have that energy, start your new projects, learn something new. If you have some online courses which is sleeping in your laptop, open it and start working on it. Here the energy levels begin to increase. The next is the ovulation phase. It just lasts for 24 hours, but the energy is this could be around ovulation phase is for 24 hours, but this hormones pumping will be easily for 3 to 4 days. So what do? You have high energy and high focus. Start setting up your meetings, get on the calls, reach people, have collaborations. And the last part is the luteal phase. So usually I tell this story to my friends and clients. 2 friends, I will not say he or she, you can put it in your imagination, because as soon as we say 2 friends or 2 woodcutters, we naturally go to that men wala feeling. As women, I don't want us to think like that. So 2 friends, 2 woodcutters went to a forest and daily they were cutting the woods. And one person saw that the other friend was taking many short breaks in between, but end of the day, the pile of woods, the first friend who was continuously working had less number of woods, and the one who was taking breaks had such a large pile. And the friend was wondering, I don't even take breaks, I work continuously, and still this friend, how he is able to do this? So one fine day, we don't ask questions directly, we take time, think, feel bad. Then one fine day, she goes and asks the other woodcutter friend that, how come you are able to take so many breaks and still do this? So the friend wondered and she told, I thought you were observing. So the other friend told, no, I was so busy working, I didn't observe. Okay, if you have observed, then you would have known. Every time I took a short break, I took my axe and I was sharpening it.
Oh, wonderful.
So the more I was sharpening it, I was able to cut more woods. So as women, sometimes we are so busy continuously cutting our woods, we don't even see what the other person are doing, but feeling bad that they are doing something great. There we miss the whole point. So now let me come back to this slide.
That's wonderful. So take rest, refresh, and come back with more energy.
Yes, exactly. So if you can see here, it's the nature's gift for a woman. Nature gives that. Take this luteal phase. What happens in this? It is the time week before your periods. So here the productivity drops. And what do you do here? You focus on simple tasks like admin and start reflecting. Here is where you celebrate all your wins of the last 3 weeks. Then you decide on what is that you're going to do for the next 3 weeks. When nature has given us such a beautiful clock and beautiful phase, Let us start using that and increase our productivity cycle, and nobody can stop us.
Wow, that is so amazing. Like nature itself has given us the timelines, and we should just follow and attune ourselves to the nature. It has given us time to refresh, it has given us time to be creative, to have high focus. I think this is wonderful, and I hope this will help out a lot of women out there.
Yes, I would like to add one point. So instead of seeing your periods as something which weakens you, sync your period cycle and productivity cycle. There are people who have, I forgot the name, there are people who have researched on it, and they help you to understand how to align your period cycle and productivity cycle. If possible, I'll give you in the description box later so that you can check the articles. And women, we can do it, just do the work.
Wow, that's very beautiful and very beautifully put it, explaining throughout the cycle how to break it down. So, Kavitha, this is amazing. And any last thoughts, any last advice you would like to? I know you are you don't want to give any advice, but any last message you have for all those who are listening?
Yeah, I would say that we already have a lot of things in our head. We have a lot of conditioning in our head. We have period cycle. We all have so many things we need to deal day in and day out. So end of the day, be kind to yourself. Just be kind. Appreciate whatever you're doing, whether the people around you are appreciating or not, validating you or not. First, are you doing it for yourself? Validate your efforts, be kind to yourself, and let's start from there.
Amazing. I hope this gives a lot of confidence to people who are listening. Thank you so much for coming on this podcast, Kavitha. And we are very, very grateful to you for sharing so much information. And I hope you inspire a lot of people to do something of their own with proper productivity and body cycle link. So thank you so much.
Yes, thank you, Alicia. I'm so happy to reach the wonderful audience with this medium. I am Kavitha the Coach in LinkedIn, and I have my website kavithathecoach.com. As a woman, if you have anything which you would like to discuss, feel free to reach out to me. I answer every email of mine, every LinkedIn DM of mine. So just feel free to reach out. Reaching out takes courage.
So I have to ask this. So some men audience might feel that why are we getting excluded? Why not? If they want genuine help from you and they really like what you are saying, can they also reach out to you?
See, definitely they can reach out, but let me make it clear. The way I have worked only with women, that I feel that there are few things which this period cycle and productivity cycle alignment, I can speak with women. So there are, and I feel there are enough beautiful men out there. So yes, if you reach out to me, if I can help you, or I can connect with you with the other men out there. There are, I don't hate men. I have enough men in my life and enough men as my mentors and coaches who helped me. But point is, I feel we have very less people who can help only women understanding their body. So that is where I feel the gap.